YouTube, it's 2T, we're back in the room. Big fan. No jokes about my biggest fan. I hope we're all well, as the name title should suggest. Don't worry, I've only had technically probably about 3 beers, but I've been there the whole day. As the title suggests, this is Revival, Solstice, and pickups. Bit of amalgamation. Is that a lock of the hand? So yeah, thought I'd just mix it up a bit. So not long back from Revival. Winter solstice, not winter solstice, but summer solstice. I'll do that last. We'll do that last. Got some great little bits actually, some awesome finds and interesting stories, etc. And yeah, so I'm probably going to rattle through the sort of pick-upsy bit. Say that might be a bit long, and awesome trade. Actually got a trade. Right, trade with a great tuber. If you don't know him, go and sub him. He's very much the same ilk as myself. Retro Roberto, Nobby, Robbie, Nobby, Bobby, and yeah, he goes booting. I mean, he's different scale to me. I mean, some of the money he lays down, and fair play to him. If I had cash, if I had the opportunity, even I would probably do exactly the same. He gets some cracking stuff, really does. Please go and check him out. And yeah, sub, definitely sub. He's obviously, you know, very amenable to a trade and stuff like that. So he picked this game up a couple of weeks back now. Yeah, it must be about a couple of weeks, if not a month. And he was talking about it, and I thought, God, that looks interesting. As you do, we all do. Go and check it all out. And I was like, oh yeah, that's not bad. And then lo and behold, last week he picked up another copy. I mentioned his video. Bloody hell, you know, I've been looking for that since you mentioned it. He goes, well, little copies up for trade. Work something out. I've still got to send you parcel. Rob, you'll probably get it before you see this video anyway. What we're going to Revival, and that is just I hadn't had a chance to get to the post office. So. Not a game I would have even had on the radar if it hadn't been for his video, and it is none other than Psychic Detective. This is a 3-disc. He says it's basically a cheese fest, but it is quite a sort of title. Yet again, PS1. I'll come to PS1 and be saying stuff because I've been told off. I've been told off regarding my affections towards said system and medium, which is quite right. And actually, I think I might even said, not been my fault. So yeah, it's probably my fault, but we'll come to that later. Later. Might even use 2-part of this. That's sign language, 2-part. Anyway, so that was off Rob, Retro Roberto. Say, awesome guy, some absolutely, I mean, the amount of stuff he picks up, it's frightening. So, we move swiftly on to a pick-up from last week, because last week I didn't do a sort of channel update thing, there wasn't enough, but I did pick this up. I mentioned to the lads today, or was it only Dal? It might have only been Dal. It was Dal, because Dal asked me about something. I said, actually, I do have one off the back of picking this up. So I was in the charity shop, and I'll keep this quite brief. In the charity shop, usual ladies that I know. So I said, oh, any games? She said, oh yeah, I've got these 3 here. Just a bit PS3 titles. Nothing really that I wanted. So I said, I wanted. Oh yeah, they came in with a system. I said, all right, well, where's the system? She said, oh, it didn't work. So we've binned it. It's out of the skip. So can I have a look? You know, I'll have to give you a couple of quid for it, because I just thought, you know, generally PS3s, even the spares, hard drives, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's a couple of quid in it, you know. So anyway, she goes out and it ends up being a slim, not super slim, just a slim. So it doesn't work. So I'll give you 2 quid for it. She said fine. And then she proceeds to take this out with all the hookups, HDMI, and also 6-axis controller. I think the screw link's tightened up a little bit, but it works. So I can use this to look at this. So again, all as briefly as I can. Essentially, the HDMI ports don't work. That's all that's wrong with it. Say that I haven't actually put a disc in it, so I could be talking complete bollocks. But in terms of it powering on, powers on, displays via the AV, whilst it doesn't display via the HDMI, so you can just get a component lead, pretty sure, and you can still output 7. Can you do 1080i over? Might be better to do 1080p over component, which I do have a component lead. So other than the HDMI not working, I think this is a bit of a go. It is a bit of a clean, but £2. So now what I'll do, mate, I'll clean this up a bit, buddy, and I'll fully. I mean, like I say, what I've done, I've just used the buttons to move along the menu. I haven't really done anything. I mean, the analog sticks seem a little bit loose, but seem all right. But I'll get in touch with you about that, pal. And so if you want it, I'll waz it in the post. No problem. On to my favourite store, the back of the good books. C to the E to the X. So, you may, them that watched, got a sneak peek. I don't know who did it, I wasn't aware of who was on and who wasn't on. But I was on Sega Sessions, mentioned that before, and I did do a sneak peek of this particular game. Yeah, let's share about that one. But I picked up some N64. Before the N64, and I meant to say this to them today when I seen them. Oh, yeah, before the N64. Yet again, being influenced by the power of YouTube, Alex, Nintendo Arcade, I'll come to it later, mentioned this game, and I literally had some credit which I put some of the games with. I thought, fucking hell, that's cheap, and I love this game. I mentioned it before when I picked it up on PC Engine off the back of someone else mentioned it. God, I can't remember who it was, but anyway, it is Magical Michael Pang. Actually, it's only £3, and it's basic Pang. I haven't played it, but I'm trusting Alex's judgment. He's got a great taste in games. Everything, the whole shebang for £3. An arcade hit reborn, so yeah, it's basically Pang, reskinned, whatever you want to call it. £3. Fucking steelo. Right, so on to N64. So as I mentioned before, CX do N64. They're now they are doing Super Nintendo. I'm not going to go too much into the who, whys and wherefores of that, because this video will be going to be too long anyway, as it is. But personally, I think it's a bad thing. I think it's quite good. But yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. So I've picked up some choice titles. Again, these have been at different points throughout it. Some fodder, there's, no doubt about it. I picked some fodder up, but games that I'm missing. Well, I say games are missing off my app. I really need to probably get all the N64 together and update the app, because at one point I was should be well over halfway now. But I do really need to sort of probably have another look just to make sure I'm not buying duplicates. So, in terms of CEX, them that may or may not know, with the kart stuff, it's as much of a crapshoot as it is with the disc-based stuff. So with the karts, it's just like the name of the game, which basically means it's just a kart. You then get the name of the game and it says boxed. So what form the box takes, don't know. And then the other categories, the name of the game, mint boxed. Now again, what mint, who defines mint and what someone's interpretation of mint is, I don't know. Also, given the fact that there's hundreds of stores up and down the country, CEX, and a given staff member's got to sort of qualify that box mint, I don't know. There's obviously the potential that you get a box game and it's actually mint, I suppose, at some point, but I don't know, you could end up with some flat as fuck, no tabs on it, and then might say it's box, so I don't know. I've just stuck with loose carts. So I'm not overly fussy on 64. Loose carts will do me. So there's a few to get through. I'm not going to spend too long on them. I've rattled through some of the fodder. Some of these need cleaning. I had a chance to clean them. I think once I've had it clean, they won't look too bad. NHL Breakaway 98. It's here a little bit grubby. WF Attitude. just need a bit of a clean. WCW Mayhem, NBA Live 99. Again, these are probably like £2 each. Right, so if you add these in onto postage, you're going to pay £2 at that booter. Do you know? That's how I'm looking at it anyway. Pay £2 in the market, or the gaming market. So the more sort of choicey titles, this one is probably, once I get a new back, it probably won't be too bad. But I'll be looking for an upgrade on this one for sure. And it's Mario Tennis. Oh yeah, the back's not too bad. You can swap backs out with anything. So one of these NBA Live might be getting transplanted, you know, because I'm not too fussed about NBA Live. This one's a little bit more choicey title. I'll probably want it. I don't know if you can tell, it's just a little bit worn on the front. A little bit tired. Next couple are really good nick. So it really is just a crapshoot as to what you get. I was surprised at the price of this one. Again, let's say because this is just a relatively new CEX to the N64, you sort of compare prices to eBay. I don't think there's much scope for scalping for the resellers. Good thing, bad thing, don't know. No skin off my nose, to be honest. So yeah, the sort of price you pay is probably, you know, there or thereabouts. But given the fact that you can send in a lot of fodder, it kind of offsets it a little bit. I don't even think I was aware of this game now, to be honest. It was paperboard on the N64. I'm not sure what kind of a port it is, if it's an arcade port or if it's an interpretation of the arcade, I don't know. This is a great game, and I think this wasn't a bad price from CES compared to what the going rate is on eBay. And it's Micro Machine 64 Turbo. Again, I can't remember what I paid. I think it's like £8, paperboard might have been £8, I don't know, but what I have noticed is, I think it might be this and one of the other games, gone up in price, even on CX already. Only by a couple of quid, but they've altered it already. And I think that's a sign of the times with CX. So if you see something that's a good price, I say snap it up, but then again I've seen stuff come down in price as well, so. Very much market forces at work there. So, this one come through today, needs a clean. I think it'll clean up alright after that. It just looks a bit grubby. Yeah, it's got a fucking stick on the back. And I'll show you. Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. That completes all the Mortal Kombat games on the N64 for me. Let's see, a bit grubby. I'll clean it up with the left stick on the back. So let's get this off before the glue sets even more. At least it's sticking them on the back. I mean, God forbid to start sticking on the fucking front. Remember, if I find someone's done that, they're going to be shot. But they won't be, but I will make a complaint. So yeah, that's quite a choicy title, that, I tell you. That's not cheap, that's like £20. Again, all trade. This one was a little bit annoyed. Again, it's fun of sent in. I would look to upgrade this. Very expensive title for what it is, and quite, you know, I would say rare, very uncommon, quite sought after. And I believe it's not a bad game to boot, and it is Star Wars Battle 4 in the boot. And as you can see, there's a big dirty fucking choice video stick on it, and it ain't coming off. It's like one of them acetate ones, so it's etching to the actual label. Other than that, it's fucking great, and I've even tried. I did do a little bit of a steam on it. Because it's the acetate is into the paper, it just takes it off. There's no point, it's just going to wreck it. And at some point, on these sides, someone had tried to sort of physically peel it off. But yeah, fucking. They're not too bad if they're on plastic. You can get them off because obviously it doesn't eat into it. It's not as it's destroying, it's not as corrosive. One of the heavy hitters, one of the sluggers, one of the fucking knockout punches. Again, you may have seen this if you watch the Sega sessions, but I have got conkers. Great, can't fault it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. 75 bones. So I bought that, and I think it might be Mario Tennis. basically with all the stuff that I got from the booty the other week, which is a lot of them Wii titles, which I paid like 10 quid. So I think overall they probably cost me, what, less than 20 quid, I think. And they give me like 80 quid trading, something like that. That's why we go booting. And I say that I will utilise CX to my advantage. You know, so some nice titles there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 and 64 titles I never had. I have now. So thank you, CX. Thank you very much. Right. Revival. I'm a revival. So it was at Walsall, the Bescot Stadium. I told someone completely that it was replica the wrong fucking place. I think it said Wolverhampton or. So we went to Revival today, and that was it. Okay. So it was at the Bescot Stadium in Walsall. I'm going to just read a list of names off now, because if I try and do it off the cuff, I'll forget. I don't think I've forgotten anybody off here. So in no particular order, other than I need to say huge thanks. Actually 2 thanks, but the real big one is Tim, Bad Fuck Up UK, Timbo. As I mentioned in a few other videos, he had been in the wars, you know. When he turned up, I thought he looks alright, and then when he started walking, Jesus Christ, I looked at him fucking shot. He's been over in Syria. He's got IED fucking shrapnel wound in his kneecap. Poor bloke, man. He was struggling. He necked some tablets, and he was. I think it got him through the day. But fair play to him. Really massive thanks, mate. You know, it means so much. And not only that, what Tim then did for the rest of us later on, I think made the day, and the rest of the lads will agree with it. Without Tim, it probably would have happened. He's a top man. He fucking fought through it. 100%. Much appreciation, buddy. Really, honestly. Next big thanks is to Dana Dainster, Dainster 80, not 81, because that's Gamester 81, 84, 85. I can't remember how old he is. He's a young, sprightly lad. But yeah, please go and check all these guys' channels out. I'll put links down below. But Dana hooked to sort of big time, sorted me out getting into the event, and did me a massive favour. I had some doubles left over, some doubles. Game said, "Oh, bring them up, I'll whack them on my stall," and he got me a couple of quid back. You know, he paid for a few bits I bought, so it kind of balanced itself out a little bit. So massive thanks, mate. Honestly, huge. And next week, if you go in next week, you know what I'm on about. If you go next week, and I'm more than happy to reciprocate the favour. So if there's anything else that you want to shift, give me a shout. I'm more than happy to do that for you, buddy. But yeah. Many thanks to Dana, and also to Chris Turner, who runs Revival, because Dana got us in, he got us into the guest, and Chris basically said, it is Chris, isn't it? Yeah, it is Chris Turner. I'm sure it's Chris Turner. Craig Turner, not Chris, it's Craig. Fucking hell, sorry Craig. He did basically, oh, it's true, you should just contact me, you know, he always sings the praises of the event. So yeah, I just felt a little bit awkward. Craig, that was all, mate. But many thanks for putting on another cracking event, honestly. And then other people, Chris Moore, CGA Retro now I think it's called. Pushing on that Mega Drive collection, go and check him out. Usual suspects, Daz, Co Jones, Alora, even though he got his own name. Jay, Cybersnake, Alex, Nintendo Arcade Alex, top man, honestly. If you went to Revival and you've seen the cabinets in the corner, the Nintendo ones, they're Alex's. We had Carl, the Ocarina fella. We had Dal, the fucking retro godfather. Tom from the Dreamcast Junkyard, Tom Lisi. Retro Lords, so Loz and Bobby, they were selling, along with Spencer Guest. So the first time I met Spencer, but obviously we've been doing the Retro Gaming League Challenge, so we had a little bit of natter about that one. And then some of the guy who popped up and sort of said, "I watch you, you're to the UK. Many thanks, mate. Don't know who you are, what your name is. leave a comment down below, and I'll say thanks in the next video. I think that's everybody. If I miss anybody out, I don't think I have. I feel a bit bad now if I have. I apologise. But yeah, in terms of the event, and Craig's probably not going to like me for this, but I actually preferred, and I think someone else said to me this, and there was another chap, Mike, Big Mike, he was there when we weren't there and vice versa, but I'll come to that in a bit. He was basically said he preferred the winter one, and I must admit, I don't know what it was about that setup. I think it finished early as well, 5 o'clock. But I got a better vibe from the winter one. I don't know why that was. I don't know. But the actual sort of setup and how they organise it, absolutely brilliant. I say, if you've never been to any of these events, you miss doing yourself a disservice. You need to get to one. The revival ones are a lot more close knit. They're quite nice, a lot more relaxed. If you've ever been to one of the Play Expos, it's just like, it's like being in London. You like feel like you're being pushed along, or even any of the markets. You feel like being pushed along. The revivals, it's a lot more of a chill pace, so I do quite like it that way. Unfortunately, I think there were less indie sellers, which I love the indie sellers. A bit like people like myself who've got excess, and they rock up and all the flog the stuff. It was a lot more sort of shops, and the trouble is, it's all eBay and there or thereabouts, or a little bit more. And you know, although you can do a little bit of a deal, it swings and roundabouts. I think swings and roundabouts is the best, you know, the best I can do. I'm becoming a little bit jaded at the events. Not really. No, I'm trying not to what do you call it? Go to too many. I'm not trying to. I don't want to become like the norm, because I know that Craig's here again did turn up, and I think he was basically just evented out. He was exhausted from the event, because I mean he'd done like 4 or something this month already, and I think there's a real worry that, you know, you get to that point and you don't really enjoy them then, and I don't want to get to that. You know, I don't want to get to that point, to be honest. It's nice to go through and pick up a few bits, which I have done, the mentors of the day, and that's what it's all about for me. I would have. And again, I'll come to this in a bit. It would have been nice to sit down and chew the fat, sup some beers and play some games. Didn't work out that way. Best will in the world. But there's a reasons behind that. But in terms of the actual event, the setup, can't fault it. You know, like I say, guys at Revival did a cracking job, and I know they put a lot of effort into it. It is on for 2 days. I doubt this video. Well, I might be able to put it up. We'll see. But I hope it all goes well on the Sunday. And obviously the guys that are selling, you know, make a bit of cashish. And you probably didn't help me. Like I said, I keep banging on about it. The funds were a little bit tight this month for one thing and another. So I had to be a bit more careful and a bit more picky. I think that's probably the right word. But I've still got some nice stuff. You know, I've still got some nice stuff. Nonetheless, right. So from the actual event, I mentioned all the people. So I went up with Tim. So Tim very kindly drove us up there. Like I say, even in his wounded state, that is very much appreciated. So I'll give you the outline of what happened in the day. So we got there. I think Jay and Daz were in there early doors. Me and Tim got in there. Seen Chris, went to seen Dana, seen Alex, and got them all a drink, etc., etc. Had a scout around, said it wasn't, you know, it's not a massive place. It won't take you very long to sort of look at the stalls and whatnot. And then there was rumours, there was a murmuring about visiting a couple of stalls, a couple of shops. You know, only 2 miles away, and then another one that's only 1.5 miles away from that one. This was just before lunchtime, and I weren't going to go, to be honest. I thought, no, I'm going to knock about it, because I'll have a couple of beers and chat to some people that I know there, and this, that, and the other. And then everyone was basically going off near enough off that list. And I was like, well, I suppose it's only like, go there, you know, like 2 hours, be back by like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That'd be alright. Then we've got a couple of hours left in the afternoon, sup some beers, play some games, you know, socialise a little bit. That was the plan. It didn't work out that way. I've got some footage.
Those games are fucking brutal. Oh, I know it's going to be torture. I thought it's one of them that boys want to be honest. And I like most about it. Game on. That's what I thought most about that game. Keep moving.
Can't be raining, mate. It's boiling.
No, I just think that's sort of...
You can jump in with me again. No point taking free cars. You can take the car in again. All these guys. Yeah, cool. Hey! Hey! Gold! We got the gold! Gold! Gold!
Gagalichik nearly had golden balls then.
Well, that's what Garnis Dolores means.
I know. So I said you nearly had them. Literally.
What did fucking
You don't even know what your own name is.
Garnis del Monte.
That's it. Garnis Delorio.
He says yes. I left the camera at home today. No filming. Selfish. Selfish. Selfish.
I really want it, but...
I want to hear that. What's that next video? There are some...
Oh, here we go. That's it, event's over. So where we going? Entertainment World.
Yep.
Yeah.
And apparently another after that.
Where are the boys?
It'll all be revealed.
Quite a good shop, Entertainment World. Loads of stuff in there. All old records and everything, as well as games.
Oh, the vinyl. Tim
Yeah.
likes his vinyl.
Yeah, a bit of vinyl.
Can't beat the vinyl. Where is he?
I don't know. You ain't got a lot of fucking options in there, have you?
Oh, I'm going to pay £150 for that game.
There he is. Oh, you lost him already at the junction.
No, he'll be behind us though.
Ooh, what game did you get?
It was Mega Turrican, the one that
Yes, I've seen that in the corner.
He wanted 150 for it. It's worth 100, I think, going by eBay, but...
Yeah, you don't want to be... You don't want to be fucking...
Spunking all my money on the one game.
A third... Right. Just about made it to Entertainment World. Here he is.
Good shot, I tell you.
Where are you going?
I need a piss.
And me.
Desperate. We're going to Ladbrokes if they've got a piss.
Have you got a toilet in there?
I'm hoping they have.